Home Services Ambassador, online at prg-ne.com.
For new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor at just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let's get it on a Thursday. It's good to be here. 402-464-5685 Starter Haven text line. If you want to follow us on the Starter Haven live stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 957. Austin Orman, if you would please. Kind sir, let them know about the Mercado.
Certified Piedmontese, every type of meat, every type of cut. Don't forget, tomorrow's Friday. They have their meals available for you. Their lunch specials down at their 30th and Yankee Hill location. First come, first serve. Not all day, just a couple hours. So get your reservations in, make your plans to get down there for lunch tomorrow. I haven't seen what's on the menu, but I can assure you it will be tasty.
Yeah, they don't miss.
They do not.
They do not miss. Lots to cover over the course of 2 hours. I don't know. I think Jay will call in or Zoom in, stream in the second hour, and we'll let him get off his chest what he needs to get off his chest. And Jay, whenever Jay wants to, he builds up on him, he has to let it go.
It's NFL day one. I mean, this is Jay Foreman. They'll have thoughts on that, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was interesting, right? Just because we get caught up in the vacuum that we're in, and then I get hit with the outside influence and interference of, hey, can you come talk NFL on my show? Hey, can you come talk UFC on my show? It's a big week all the way around sports. I even had a station ask me to come on and talk U.S. Open.
Woo.
And so I asked the question, Austin, do you pay attention to the U.S. Open? It is our national championship, of course.
It is, of course, our national championship up in Flushing, New York.
Uh-huh.
I recognize its existence. I only know that it's the tennis one because of the time of year.
Right.
So I at least know when you're telling me it's September, it's going to be the tennis U.S. Open, not the golf U.S. Open.
Right.
But I believe that yesterday was the first time I have ever intentionally talked about tennis on the show.
What is that? Like, I mean, has it lost? Several sports in losing those extreme, universal, generational talent all-stars. Then there's a thing, and you start to look for them. Like golf went through it. You lose Tiger, and then you hope that Sergio and company, Corey, step up and become
Rory or
right,
Spieth.
right.
Yeah.
Like you hope that they become that, and they can't become that.
No.
Like they can't. It's just not until the next one shows up.
Mhm.
Like we can search for them, ain't no point of looking.
Right.
It's not going to happen. The men's side, I mean, the generational talent with with Joker being in it, missing Rafa.
And Federer.
Right, like you're missing Hafa. Sorry, I know I have some female friends that are just going to light me up. But generationally, and then it being the U.S. Open, Wimbledon went quietly,
extremely quietly.
So it was that, like having people pull that, and then in them asking about, oh, while you're on air, what's up with Nebraska? And he goes, doggone it. Like like some of it, I want to get into the conversation with them, but some of them I avoid it because I know that it's smuggy, snarky, like all those things where they want to throw shots at Nebraska.
You know the people you're talking to. Some of them you can have that conversation with off air and really talk through stuff. Some of them just want to dunk on you.
Yeah, and it's just to say, hey, listen, I'll fight you.
I will.
Like I've had to say that to folks. And okay, so two things in this thing, right? And again, the outside vacuum and how it impacts us and affects us, especially here in Lincoln. Well, of course, I do Locked On Huskers, and if you haven't subscribed, shame on you. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But yesterday's episode, I happened to mention Deion Sanders in the lead. And Mark, who produces it, put that in the lead. And to tell you that 7,500 Boulder residents showed up in the comments of Locked On Huskers. Now, listen,
it wasn't a Deion episode.
It was not. It's Locked On Huskers. Like every school has, like you have your own, like Locked On Buffs. As a matter of fact, tomorrow's episode of Locked On Huskers will be the crossover. So each week I cross over with the Locked On from the Huskers opponent. And so Locked On Buffs, right? It wasn't Locked On Buffaloes.
Buffs.
Buffs. Talked to Kevin Bardo and getting insight into what this thing is. Now, here's the funny thing. There were some parallels. Again, new coach, new roster, all the questions and doubts of, okay, what do we expect from a new coach, right? And so if you remove the names from it and you're just talking situationally, it is a new coach who in the hiring process raised some eyebrows and there was some drama connected to it. Connected to a new roster and a new coaching staff to go along with that. A new quarterback with some talent that is obvious, but some questions. And I asked him, like, hey, okay, so what was your thinking when Deion was being recruited as the coach and then finally hired? And he said, well, he was our number one all along. And I was like, oh, man. Like, talk about hitting it right? Like, really? He was your one.
Which is interesting to hear that from a Colorado perspective, because I think a lot of the outside chatter was Eric Bieniemy, right? Would he take a college head coaching job, to finally get that shot? Or Ryan Walters, is the alum. Is it his job if he wants it? But for Colorado to say that Deion was their number one, it also takes me back to what you and Jay were talking about to lead off yesterday's show about how similar Deion Sanders is to Matt Rule. I just reposted that clip.
He literally said that.
Yeah.
He literally said that they're both old school. And to hear that from Buffs Nation, right? That, yeah, they're aware. Different, same wolf, different clothing.
Right.
Right. That this is what it is. Right. And for him to go through it and say, okay, here's what we think. And then I asked him what he thought of Matt Rule. Like, what do Buffs fans think about Matt Rule? And then it got to, well, yeah, he's doing a little, and they 100% went for it. And he said, I need to find the clip for you, but he said basically that Matt Rule is copying Deion Sanders. And I went, oh boy.
That's a statement.
He said to watch some of the things that were going on, right? That some of the things Matt Rule was saying were things that Deion was using in months ago. And now he's kind of putting his hand in the bag of coach speak. And I it was fascinating. Like my jaw hit the ground. And then, so finally at the end of it, I asked him, I said, well, what's your pick? Like, give me your pick. And he had a Freudian slip because he wanted to, like, I know what he wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
But he ended up saying, no, well, I would say Nebraska. And then he went, no, the Buffs will win by 2 scores. And I was like, oh, I'm so clipping that. Right? Like I'm like, he goes, no, I'll have to move.
Got him.
He goes, I'll have to move if that's ever said. He talked about the rivalry and again, the commonalities that old heads think of this rivalry with passion and verve and venom. But the younger generation doesn't know the rivalry.
That's me. I'm not going to lie,
Right.
because like the oldest generation of Husker fans that I know, it's Oklahoma,
Mhm.
right? The generation kind of between that generation and me, it's Colorado in those early 90s. You kind of lose a lot of that into the 2000s as Nebraska goes down. It's hard to pinpoint a rival, I think, in the mid 2000s to mid 2010s. You want to say Texas, but that was one-sided. You didn't beat them in that stretch. You want to say Oklahoma because you played them in a championship game. That doesn't work. But I think for people my age and younger, the defining rival of our lifetime will be Iowa.
Yeah, and but this was also part of the discussion, is that it has to be mutual.
Has to be.
Like it 100% has to be mutual,
Mhm.
and it has to be balanced.
Mhm.
Like it has to be that, listen, we get each other. Like we get after each other. People were mad at Army Navy because so long Navy was dominant.
Mhm.
And that was after Army had its run of being dominant. Same for Washington and Dallas. I mean, same for the Raiders and the Chiefs. You go through your spurts and cycles. But he said that, and he's younger, and he said, yeah, it's good to hear the coaching staff talk up the rivalry. He's like, oh, they got us pumped. Like that was it. Like they got us pumped. Now, to be totally honest, he said there is some fear, some Colorado fear that the stadium is not entirely black and gold on Saturday.
We saw the report, right? 60-40 is what they're saying.
60-40 what?
Buffs.
Yeah, I get like what was said was they love the idea, like no red in Boulder, no red, no, they're not going to use any words that start with R. So I guess they're going to won the ball and say,
just a lot of handoffs. Pitches.
Yeah. I don't know what that's going to be, but then he went full on that. Yeah, the younger generation needed Coach Sanders to come in and spit fire in order to get them riled up and fired up. But what they did, they expected this team to be good. They didn't expect it to be this good this soon. Like and they said a thing that, man, it needs to go on a shirt. But he said, well, why would we expect anything else from Deion? He's always won. He's always won.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Think about it. Even if you're just talking about coaching, and don't forget that he coached before he became a college coach.
Right.
That those programs were all dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Where he is, he's dominant. Where he was, he's dominant. And then as a player, he was dominant. So there's something to be said. Like, we'll give credit to people who haven't done it, but refuse credit to the people who absolutely shown, oh, they know what they're doing.
At multiple levels at multiple times.
Right. Like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they said they expected it. And then I asked about Matt Rule, and again, the comment was, he's kind of mimicking Deion, and we're kind of laughing at it. But they also said, we're watching. We're watching to see, because in their minds, they need Colorado to not only beat Nebraska, that fan base needs Colorado to double thump Nebraska. They need for it to be dominant. And the expectation is, listen, we know our flaws, like we saw enough in the flaws, but they're saying everything Nebraska says.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska could run the ball and be dominant. And what do we do? And we don't know our response to it. They did. I asked him to grade the different groups, and he gave the offensive line, the Buffs offensive line, a 3.5.
Are we doing out of 5 or out of 7? Out of 10?
Oh, Jay wasn't there.
Okay, I didn't think
3
so,
out of 5.
Okay.
3.5 out of 5. And I asked about the defensive line, and without missing a beat, 1.
Oof.
1.
I give it a 1.
1. Like he didn't think about it, he didn't hesitate about it. It's a 1.
Well, they were one of 2 teams in FBS without a tackle for loss in week 1.
Yeah.
That'll do that.
He was on it. Like 1. He goes, and the surprising thing is, before the season, if you had asked him that last week, he would have flipped him because he had never seen this offensive line together. He had never seen this group actually play together. He made a point that spring game, 80% of the players who played in the spring game didn't line up. Just like they brought in some dudes. So there was a lot of insight into tomorrow's lockdown. There's a lot of goodies in it, and it just sparks the conversation. So want to get to you Texers. I do want to get to this. And it's interesting to me again that Nebraska fans are reacting and Colorado fans are reacting. He says, wait, so when Matt Rule said he coached the players that were here, Deion never said anything of that sort. What Deion said was, I need players here that will play the way I want them to play. And they'll work, be willing to do the work. Matt coded it and said, listen, we want to be physical. He said it again today. We need to be physical. But you got to follow that. Like there got to be some bounce to it. Can't say it and then just go, oh, well, no, it doesn't matter. Deion made it personal. And there was a lot of discussion about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why did Deion take it personal? Was it because he wasn't considered? Did you think he not worthy? And then what does that do to an elite athlete, coach, human being? What does that do? And nothing moves the needle like being told that you're not worthy.
I think of Patrick Mahomes being ranked number 4 in the NFL top 100 last year.
Woof.
I think of Patrick Mahomes throwing his touchdowns against the Bears, and he's counting on his fingers the number of guys that went ahead of him, with Mitchell Trubisky picked ahead of him there. The one thing that you don't do is give an elite talent anything more to amplify that, because as we've seen with Colorado, I don't think Colorado is as good as the underdog as they are as the favorite. I think Deion thrives in that limelight because he's so used to it, because he's so successful. He wants to feel like the underdog, but I think they thrive and they're not as negatively affected by that positive attention because Deion's been handling it his whole life.
I don't think Deion needed it.
Didn't need it.
You gave elite motivation. Look, all of the great moments in sports come from, like Ali, I got something to fight for.
Mm-hmm.
I've got something to fight for. Any great moment, Andy Reid, fighting for Andy Reid to get the first, that was an actual thing. So it'll be interesting. Downtown Scott says this. I think he's just saying it's personal because the rivalry has always been personal. Look, listen, through all of it, he's honoring, he has to be authentic. And I can't tell somebody to hate that guy, to take it personal from that guy, if I don't feel it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Authentic leadership requires that. And there's a difference between the hype dude and the dude that's taking you into a real place as a team.
Mm-hmm.
I think he understood that. I say, Austin, he wants to change his name there so you can get Jeremy all set up there.
Yeah.
There are a couple more texts we'll get to before we bring it. It's Thirsty Thursday, and Kevin Meyer will be here. Yeah, he said, that's fake. He said he hates Colorado more than, he dislikes Iowa and Oklahoma more than even Texas. Yeah, listen, I would say this. They've made it into a thing on purpose.
And Nebraska hasn't.
It hasn't been said. Because and I don't know if that's, I don't want to sell that as a negative thing. If you tell me that Nebraska's entire focus this week is the thing that I said a couple of days ago, Nebraska doesn't have to worry about Colorado. Nebraska has to worry about Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
In the fullest, simplest, most complete way, every corner of this thing is Nebraska players being accountable for themselves and their teammates. Everything else will take care of itself.
And I think that's the truest representation of this rivalry, because think about how it was when it started with Dan McCartney, right? Colorado had to juice this up for Colorado's sake.
Yeah.
All Nebraska had to do was take care of its own business, right? Colorado made something of this. And sure, maybe Nebraska came out, a little more fired up from what I've heard. Maybe they spent some extra time game planning or special wrinkles or whatever. But for Colorado, this has always been it since McCartney, like making this into the game. Whereas in the 90s for Nebraska, it was, okay, yeah, that's cute, Colorado. Come give us your best shot. We'll give you ours. It was never about Colorado for Nebraska. It was always about Nebraska for Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a part of it landed on me as personal. Like it really, because anybody that would hire Deion knew who was coming.
Deion told you who was coming.
Right? And if somebody said that they didn't want Deion, or somebody said or didn't say they wanted Deion, think about it this way. Two of the great sensitive souls, people who took things personally. Michael Jordan made up personal stuff. Like he made up stuff to get the motivation. And Kobe will tell you, I created demons that didn't exist so that my demon could be found. Like it's special. That's what's happening here. And look, this game doesn't reach the level that it's reached in fervor if Colorado doesn't beat TCU. If Nebraska beats Minnesota and Colorado loses, this is meh.
It's whatever.
Meh.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado did their part. Imagine the hype. Imagine the insanity, the pure chaos. If Nebraska had finished that game against Minnesota and both Matt Rule and Deion Sanders came into that game at 1-0.
Winning their first game.
Woof.
They were counted out by everyone. Both schools were.
Oh, man. Gus Johnson would have to take all sorts of, he'd just have to do the game via IV. Like just plug in and like somebody like, do they put a heart monitor on Gus Johnson during games?
They need to if they
right?
don't.
Like it's like I worry.
Yeah.
Like it's a real thing. But we got him again. And I'm looking forward to see what it is. Going to be fantastic. We'll go to break. Kevin Myers here. Thirsty Thursdays here on Old School 937 The Ticket.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Nutrition Authority invites you to try Attack, which is an exciting pre-workout for athletes and gym enthusiasts who want the most out of their workout. Attack can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Remember, when you want results, the solution is simple. Nutrition Authority. Stop in or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sauter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead. Right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
He was special today.
That was more of a knuckle crack than a pop.
You know, no, we're on that one.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
There it is.
Which clubs are those? Which clubs are those?
I don't know.
The golf clubs, right?
Well, Jake and I were just talking about that off the air. My team, me and my partner, made the playoffs in the ticket league, and it was so hot and I was so sweaty. I drank 120 ounces of water and never had to use the bathroom. I was standing over a putt, had a literally a stream of sweat dripping off the bill of my cap, and I'm moving my head to try to keep it from touching my ball while I'm trying to putt it. Couldn't grip the club because my hands were so sweaty, and
So that was the end of golf league. So
You made it further than I did, though, Kevin. One more week.
one
than I
more
had.
week.
So be
Playoffs?
proud of that.
What playoffs?
I didn't make the playoffs this year, Austin.
Jake.
Didn't make it.
Is it your fault or your partner's fault?
Mutual fault. That's how we'll take that.
That's golf.
That's golf.
DP, can you tell if he's covering for himself or his partner? Because I can't.
He's covering for his partner.
Okay.
Oh, Jake accepts no responsibility for.
Oh, that's
this
not
is,
true.
This
Hey.
is blasphemous. The name. How dare you besmirch the name of Jake Sorensen on a golf course?
Hey, Kevin, see me. I've had my days. I've had my bad days.
Yeah, but you. Can
But you're
count
Jay
them.
Swingcoat.
You
That's-
can count.
that's the
you
game.
literally can count them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Kevin Meyer, Cork and Bottles with us Thursday. Kevin, what'd you bring?
Well, I had to bring a Colorado beer because
You didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I
No,
did.
you didn't.
Well, because I want to show up and I want to drink their beer and I want to take the game.
Okay,
So-
you know that. That's a great.
Raid their
save.
kingdom, drink their beer.
Exactly.
That's exactly it. Right.
And in honor of
the
the,
lamentation of the women.
well, in honor of the great Jimmy Buffett, who recently passed away, there's nothing to plunder. So I'm just a over 40 victim of fate. Here we are.
Good tribute. Well done, sir.
My father was the biggest parrot head you ever met. So I grew up listening to every Jimmy Buffett album, and we had it on vinyl. We had it on 8-track in the family van. We had it everywhere, and that's all I listened to my entire life growing up. Well, the little Waylon and Willie, some Jimmy Buffett, some Linda Ronstadt, and that's pretty much about what Mr. Kenny Meyer's music collection consisted of.
That's a pretty good collection. You had some range.
And later on he got into reggae, which was kind of interesting.
Well, that is the natural progression,
I suppose,
from Parrot Heads, because Island and Mission,
right?
They are very similar. What'd you bring? What's the first? What's this flavor?
Odell's Oktoberfest, and this is what's known as a Martzen style. And basically, what it is, it's a lager where they roast the malt, so it gives it that nice amber color. This is out of Fort Collins, Colorado. And what's interesting about CSU versus CU, they do not like each other.
Nope.
The hatred for those two schools between each other is even more so than the Huskers and Creighton.
Yeah,
and
true story.
Strong.
And so I thought it would be an extra nice little twist in the ribs to bring a Fort Collins brewery instead of a Boulder one.
That's fair.
Well done. I have been to Odell Brewing several times. It is a great place. I'm not trying to give Colorado too many compliments here, but it is a wonderful
too late,
brewery.
Jake. You just did.
I know Fort Collins. That's not. That's Colorado State.
Not Colorado.
As Kevin said.
Yeah, it's Creighton. It's not Nebraska.
This is not a Boulder. This is not a Boulder brewery. It's Fort Collins, Colorado State. We're fine with the Rams here. We have no problem with the Rams. It's the Buffaloes.
Right. So little bit of history behind Oktoberfest. Prince Ludwig got married in Munich back in, I believe it was 1820, if I'm not mistaken, and they invited the entire city of Munich to the wedding, and this party lasted like a week. And they had a special beer made specifically for it, and it just sort of caught fire from there and continued to grow beyond that year after year after year. And so it turned into a festival. They would have horse races, and they would have jousting, and they would have all this stuff. And now it's grown to the point where they consume 2.1 million gallons of beer at Oktoberfest every year. And it's just gotten wild. So this is an homage to that. This is football drinking beer in its finest form. It tastes like fall. It looks like fall. It's got that little biscuity breadiness to it. And it's just but it's not heavy. You can have several of them and still make your way to the stadium.
No, I would say this is offensive and defensive line. This is for the big grown-ups.
It's not a wimpy brew.
This is not for skill position guys. This is for fat guys with no necks
and a neck roll.
Yeah, that's what this is. Neck roll beer. Is there a beer called neck roll?
There should be.
That's a great name for a beer,
right? Wouldn't that be like, eye black,
brewery,
neck roll, and full arm pads? Like, let's just call it that. Come on, Kevin, get to it.
Well, and you can't have bibs. You got to have the pants where they have the pockets inside, and you put the real pads inside
the actual pads, whether they fit or not.
Right.
Whether the pads actually fit, right?
And the knee pads that could cover about half a basketball. Yeah. That's what we wore, baby.
And the 3-stripe socks. This is not a single white sock beer. This is a 3-stripe at the top.
Oh, and you got to have the what were the name of those? shoes. They were high tops.
Oh yeah, the Johnny Unitas high tops, the Bobby Bell. Yeah, those.
Do you remember when turf shoes first came out? They had the little black buttons on the bottoms of them. How many ACLs were sacrificed?
Spot built. Yeah. Oh, well, they tried to figure out how to mold, and then they were like, "No, let's go back to screw on because we're losing too many people."
Yeah.
We're losing too many bodies.
That was the stuff when I was in high school. Man.
What'd you wear? What'd you wear? What was your jersey number?
77.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah,
I'd have said 66, but okay, 77 makes perfect sense.
Well, what was funny is when I was a sophomore in high school, I was about 5'7", weighed about 185 pounds. So I was a great lineman. When I graduated high school, I was 6 foot, weighed 145 pounds. Not
Whoa.
so much.
So what'd they do with you?
I rode the bench. Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
No, they did not.
All natural, baby.
Yeah. Well, my problem is I got into cycling, and so I was riding my bike 100 miles a week, and I was just skating
Riding the bike and the bench.
and the bench. Yes, absolutely.
Fair.
And so that just I kind of lost my passion for football and found a different one. So that's basically how.
What number do you think Jake Sorensen wore?
Jake, I'm going to go with 26.
Running back
Austin?
number.
I see it.
Number.
Austin?
Yeah, I can see it. I can also see Jake as like a 38 type. No, he's a 38 type
He's
guy.
100% an 80. He's
yeah,
100% an 80.
Yeah,
There's
I'm a receiver.
there's 100% an 80.
I'm not tough enough to be a running back. Let's be real. I'm a receiver.
Like he didn't need any curvy numbers
I'm
on
not
his jersey.
going across the
Look at
middle
that
either.
build. Look, if they could have given him 11, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
And he would have been a special teams, dynamo.
That's it. No,
Yes.
no. Jake
the
missed
gunner.
his calling as the punter. That's
Yeah, punter number.
Oh no, he would have been the guy though. He would have been all conference. Oh yeah, 100%.
And make sure you call fakes because I'm getting that first. I'm throwing it.
Are you a run fake or the pass fake?
Both, man. I do
Okay,
both fakes.
okay.
I'm not just limited to one.
Yeah, Garrow, you
both.
Permian.
Yeah, I'm not throwing like Garrow. Come on now.
Yeah, come on,
I'm not throwing
Garrow.
it backwards or up in the air to get picked off like
course you
Garrow.
are.
Hey, still won that.
Of course you are.
They did.
Yeah, they barely won.
Yeah, Washington.
Kevin, what's this beverage we have?
So this is J Vineyards Pinot Gris. We did the Pinot Noir last week, and so this is originally from the Jordan family, and they did this brand of sparkling wine where they just put a J on there. They decided not to put the whole name on, and it sort of grew life of its own as its own brand, and so they started making other varietals in the J brand, and this is the Pinot Gris. And if you'll notice, it's a white wine, but believe it or not, this grape grows on the vine red. And so when they crush the grapes, they don't allow any skin maceration, which is the contact of the grape skins in with the juice. So therefore, it creates a white wine. It's very crisp, very clean, and it's interesting because I did the Pinot Noir last week because that's Stricky's favorite, but he wasn't here. And so I thought, well, I'd bring in the Pinot Gris, and knowing that he wasn't going to be here again. But it sort of segues into the fact that there are 5 different Pinot grapes that are all related to each other, but they're all different. So you've got the Pinot Gris, which grows on the vine red, Pinot Noir, which grows on the vine red, Pinot Meunier, which they make champagne from, which grows on the vine red, a Pinotage, which is a hybrid grape of Pinot Noir and another grape called Cinsault that they grow in South Africa, and then Pinot Blanc, which is the only one of the Pinot family that grows on the vine white. So, but most of those grapes, with the exception of Pinot Noir, end up making white wine out of red grapes. So, kind of interesting stuff.
This is tasty. This is delightful.
I also
I would agree.
In my efforts to remain topical, the J, I was thinking, our quarterback starts with J. So
Jeff Sims,
Jeff
everybody.
Sims.
His favorite wine.
Yeah.
This week.
Oh
boy.
Oh, zing.
Wow.
Wow.
Shots over here.
Shots fired.
Well, look, certain people have offered that he's starting at running back instead of quarterback. So I don't know what they're doing. I'm just going, let's root for the guy.
Yep.
You know.
Hey,
Pinot J.
His wine, though, right?
I believe
for Jeff.
Start this wine at quarterback.
I believe they did say, oh, we want to play positionless football. And that by definition is positionless football.
Yeah, can we not do touchdownless football?
You got a quarterback playing tight end or wing back in some capacity. Heinrich Garber. Yeah, we're
That'd
just
be
having
great.
fun. We're just winging it out here.
Hey, let's wing it.
Wing it, baby.
Whatever gets us the W.
What is your expectation for Saturday, sir?
Well, my expectation and what I'd like to see are not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'd like to see is us try to Big Ten the what out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So pound them, limit their possessions, play good special teams, hang on to the football, limit our penalties, just play boring football is basically what I'm thinking is the recipe for success. Now, if you go 3 and out 4 times in a row and, and you've got a net total of 12 yards, then that goes out the window. But I do think that, we just have a deeper roster. They have perhaps better skill, but we can lean on them. And eventually perhaps maybe they run out of gas and those 2 and 3 yard runs end up breaking free for 20 and 30.
Yeah, I was having that discussion earlier with the Colorado people, and the whole talent thing came up, and they 100 said they have better talent than Nebraska at every position.
Every position.
Not every.
At every position.
They think they
That's
do?
the quote. That was the quote. At every position.
This is from Colorado's perspective, Kevin.
I understand.
Well, they're 1-0, so
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
they're on top
like
of the
they're
mountain.
if Nebraska was 1-0, and you asked Nebraska fans whether they had the best talent, the answer would be yes. As a matter of fact, even at 0-1, you ask Nebraska fans, and they have more talent than Colorado.
I would say we have more depth. They have probably better skill position talent. I feel like we didn't use our talent to our best abilities in game 1. And I would like to see us properly use the talent that we do have. It doesn't matter who has the most overall; it's who uses it the best and plays the best situational football. And I would just like it to look like a disciplined football team, and that's what I'm hoping for.
That's what we're all hoping for. That's right. What's going on at the store? What are you selling special?
Well, so we've got this J Winery. There's a sparkling, there's a Pinot Gris, there's a Chardonnay, and a Pinot Noir all on sale. We still have the Juggernaut stuff on sale as well. Tons of new beers coming in all the time. This is just another example of a fall Oktoberfest. We've got pumpkin ales. All the fall beers are here. Football is here. And it's just an exciting time. The weather's cooling off. This is what I live for. These days that maybe get up 78, 80, and then the nights that get down into the 50s and you get your deck fires going and just sitting outside and enjoying it. And that's what I'm all about.
What's your game watch? What's your menu?
Oh, let's see.
Morning game.
Last week we did some wings and they turned out really good on the trigger.
Of course.
Yes. The I hadn't even thought about it. It's an early game, so it might just be might be mimosas and maybe some BLTs. We've got a lot of tomatoes coming out of the garden right now, so been doing a lot of BLTs.
Austin, where are you hiding your delivery of tomatoes?
I'm hiding my delivery of tomatoes at home for my pregnant wife who loves tomatoes.
Jake, where are your Meyer tomatoes currently?
Well,
they're hitting in a stash far away.
Okay.
I will bring you a big old bag of tomatoes next week. You know what? My wife invented the most delicious breakfast sandwich, and it is the breakfast BLT, and it's between 2 bagel thins that are buttered, and it's a BLT, but then you add a fried egg and a little sriracha over the top.
Sriracha's king.
On top of the arugula is your L for the lettuce, and make a sandwich out of that, and that is a money breakfast.
Can we expect a video of said sandwich?
Maybe we could do that.
All there.
Documentation.
Yeah, no, I need proof. I need things. Kevin Meyer, Cork and Bottle. Thank you, kind sir.
Appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you.
Great stuff. Austin, Jake, thank you for stepping in.
You bet.
Austin, let's go get it, man. We got another segment.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxEmerge 5, or MaxEmerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Don't hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof that it can completely change your life for the better.
Join thousands of men who have changed their lives with testosterone treatment. Slow down the aging process and live life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
If your car has safety to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With Gold Class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with menudelivered.com.
One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here on Old School. DP stepped out to take care of some business. Jay Foreman, Husker Hall of Famer, should be jumping on the stream here in about 10 minutes or so. I'm Austin Norman. Big day for the NFL. It's opening day. I know Jay has a lot of thoughts on that. He told us as much yesterday. So we'll hope to hear from the Husker Hall of Famer here in about 10 minutes or so. Rounding out this hour here, though, on Old School, something that really stood out to me with the Lions and Chiefs game tonight, DP. Chris Jones still holding out from the Chiefs in search of a raise, but the Chiefs are raising their banner tonight. Chris Jones, I think, has been an integral part of the Chiefs raising those couple banners that they have. It sounds like he's going to be in the stadium, in a suite, watching the banner go up, but not being a part of the proceedings. Are you okay with that? Where do you fall with Chris Jones being there but not being there?
Okay. So the official report and stories is separation of idea and concepts. They can't get on the same page.
Cannot.
Generally, in some cases, the question becomes, what else is there? And sometimes in the battle and identifying who you are and who they think you are, you just need to step away and say, okay, I can't be that. At some point, the man has to find his balance and his place. And then the football things will happen because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Ruled an adage passed along for many decades. Never choose the game over the player. Never choose the game over the person.
Mm-hmm.
And this appears to me to be one of those situations that, you know what? We're not going to win the title tonight, and we're not going to lose the title tonight. You don't want to lose the man. You don't want to lose the person.
Because you're not going to win a title without Chris Jones.
Like it through all of it, you just need to get right and then get to work. But you can't do the work. I mean, it's not just an athlete. It just happens to be doing a highlighted featured moment, but it can't be about, well, you have to play because we're giving out Super Bowl rings. That's already earned. They can't take it away. Like his place in it, look, you deserve to be there.
Right.
But you cannot, if you're not comfortable, if you're not balanced, if you're not healthy, then fix it. Fix it. Get settled, get your balance, and then the game becomes important. And look, it's not a matter of a paycheck. It's not a matter of a game. Again, allow whatever healing process needs to happen to happen. That's where I am with it.
You more excited for first game, first week college football, first game, first week of NFL football?
Because I'm at any other point in my life, it would be NFL. At any other point. Because usually I'm in an NFL city.
Makes sense.
Washington, Carolina, Houston. Usually you're in that space. I'm in a college town. When I was in Utah, it was certainly college football. And I've sort of distanced myself from NFL fandom. Not the game, not the game,
mm-hmm.
and not the people, but Sundays. I watch it because the spectacle of what happens tells stories. I need to be a part of that. I'm much more engaged by college football right now because it's evolving at a higher rotation than the NFL.
Mhm.
The NFL is, and it gets stuck into, okay, like we know that the 4 teams that finished last season probably have the greatest likelihood of being in the final 4 teams again this year. College football, I'm not sure that's true. Yeah, Georgia appears to be Georgia, but do you expect TCU to be back? Do you expect Ohio State to be back?
Do not.
I'm not sure you count on Michigan being back. Favored,
Yeah, maybe.
but if we talk to me 4 months from now and Michigan's lost 2 games, I'm not stunned.
Oh no,
Like I'm not stunned. So college football gives more opportunities, and then as it evolves, again, transfer portal for all the people who disagree with it have to understand that it resets the entire country every year. Every year you get to reset in full if you so choose. Colorado can't happen in the NFL.
No.
It can't happen that way. So college football has my attention this season, and probably so for the next 2 years, because next year with the playoff system, I think it'll be different for me. I think college football will hold my attention for the next few years. That's just me.
There you go. I think we got a Husker Hall of Famer trying to get in. Throw to break, get to him.
Yep, sir.
Well, let's do it. This is Old School. I'm Austin. He's DP. Jay Foreman jumping on. His hour 2 of Old School comes your way in just a sec.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Winning a new truck playing trucks and bucks from the Nebraska Lottery changes a person. I used to drive around hills. Now I drive over them. I used to hate helping friends move. Now I can do it in one trip. I used to own my own tech company. Now I'm on the professional rodeo circuit. Actually, I'm going back to tech. Bulls are really mean, and I just don't look good in chaps.
Play trucks and bucks from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery. 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
What would you tell a friend who was on the fence about going to Limitless Mail?
I would tell them to go to Limitless today. Hesitate. You're going to second guess yourself on if it's the right decision. The staff there is amazing. The treatments work. I'm living proof that it can completely change your life for the better.
Join thousands of men who have changed their lives with testosterone treatment. Slow down the aging process and live life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmail.com.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. Just go out there and do your best, kid. But your best isn't good enough. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field. We need your support. Suit up. It's game time.
Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Give-A-Rito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L, or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Join us at this year's Ignite Lincoln 15 at Rococo Theater on Thursday, September 14th for an inspiring night of stories that spark change. Get your tickets at ignitelincoln.org. Don't miss this chance to be a part of something extraordinary.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, this is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? This is my first time, man. I'm doing a little VJ on y'all, man. This is old school. This is old school, man. Brought you the new school way. This is Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, 316 on the 1s and 2s. 48 hours, not less than 48 hours before Colorado, Nebraska, but we're going to focus on some NFL. I got my man in the background, man. That's my man Reggie back there, the Black Santa Claus there, DP.
Black Santa. That's it.
But anyways, man, and big news. I'm not sure if you guys have. I just got off the Big Ten, but not sure if you saw it. But officially, Travis Kelce, a.k.a. the 2.0 version of the white chocolate, is out tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you guys, both of you guys, does that change your pick or outlook on this game for the Chiefs and or the Detroit Lions, heading into the game tonight?
Jay Foreman, I'll make it relative. The Chiefs without Travis Kelce is like old school without Jay Foreman, bro.
But I'm here
still
though.
play the game, but it ain't the same. It ain't the same, baby.
It's a matter of efficiency, though, man. I figured this. I could StreamYard in because I'm about to go down. I'm about to see you down at the staff meeting. I can StreamYard in and be on right at 5 versus not getting on to 5:15. Is it Travis Kelce? But the equivalent would be me not being on at all.
Right.
So who do you think the Chiefs? I think the Chiefs will still win. What do you guys think?
Well, no offense to Nick Sainert, but they're still the Detroit Lions. Let's not do that with the Lions. Like, the Lions have never been them, ever. Not with any of the GOATs, not with clear opportunities. And there's zero reason to say this is the year of the Detroit Lions. Like, I don't know of any reason. Like, the Chiefs will be in the conversation in January.
Right.
I'm not sure that Detroit will be in the situation or in the discussion. So, Austin?
Hear everything you're saying. I picked the Lions and our crossover with Happy Hour and On the Block.
Mm-hmm.
Lions were really good against the blitz last year, and I think Chris Jones being out means Steve Spagnuolo is going to have to blitz a little more to get pressure.
Yeah,
I think Chris Jones's absence is bigger than Travis Kelce's. I've seen Mahomes, make chicken salad out of whatever many times before without a true number one receiver. Last year, he did it with Travis Kelce. But I think Patrick Mahomes elevates that offense on his own. I think he's that good. I think Chris Jones does the same for the defense to a slightly lesser degree. So I see a lot of points. I see a shootout. Typically, I take the Chiefs. I just have a weird feeling about this one.
Yeah, and sometimes you can have that Super Bowl celebration, ring reception hangover. I don't really foresee that with the Chiefs because they've been there and done that. They've been winning ever since Andy Reid's been there, and obviously a 2-time Super Bowl champ. I'm still going to go with the Chiefs, but I think Detroit is in a better position now. I'm in agreement with you, Austin. I mean, Travis Kelce's might arguably go down as the best tight end of all time. Definitely maybe the new age. I mean, I think Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp, and definitely Ozzie Newsome and a lot of other guys definitely have some arguments, but his production and what he means to the Chiefs, especially with this Chiefs offense right now, is huge. But ultimately, when the Chiefs win the Super Bowl is when that defense starts to ramp up, and it's led by Chris Jones because he makes the two inexperienced inside linebackers be able to run free and play really well. When he's gone, I think teams feel like they can single block everybody. I know they got George Karlaftis from Purdue, but he's not Frank Clark, right? And he's not Justin Houston yet. And so the pass rush, even though playing at home, could be affected. I don't know I think Detroit's a year away. I think Detroit's a year away.
I think they're 2 stars away. They're 2 stars away. Look, they could win tonight. They could win tonight because of all the distraction. It's a game. Like you gave an elite coach time to prepare simply for this thing, and then I don't know, two star players, 2 important players aren't going to play. National TV. We forget every year that Super Bowl champions the target, and somebody has all off season to target them and prepare.
Right.
The Lions, look, even if they win the division, they still have questions. Like, they're going to have questions. Missing players happens in the NFL. There's one Patrick Mahomes on the field tonight.
Right.
And that to me is enough to say, doesn't matter who's rushing, doesn't matter who's play calling against him. He's got enough weapons, enough guys who can handle their business outside of Kelce that can still get them a win. That's what I would expect from it.
Yeah, they still got Tony. They still got McKinnon, and they manufacture. You know what the thing about the Chiefs are? They'll manufacture a passing game however they need to. They'll manufacture a running game by short passes. So they'll just be, same as usual. I think that it'll be a little bit of tough sledding. Now, I think it's really going to come down to this, DP, is how much improvement has that Aaron Glenn led defense for Detroit? How much improvement have they? How much have improved? How much have they improved in the offseason? Aiden Hutchinson, we need you to be the superstar. When you're the number 2 pick, yeah, you had 8-9 sacks. Now we got to get you up into, the Nick and Joey Bosa, right? That's where you're supposed to be doing. And so then can you get the other guys? Because that, just like the Chiefs were talking about Chris Jones, Hutchinson has to be that guy, right? And so if he's got significantly better, along with the Chiefs have had a little bit of overhaul at their offensive line. You got to think they let Brown go, who was an All-Pro, and made numerous Pro Bowls, and they brought in the left tackle that was formerly with the Tampa Bay Bucks that had a little bit of a rough year. So we'll see, what the Chiefs offense looked like. But I think by the second, third quarter, if Detroit hasn't shown, that they can compete, the Chiefs will get it going. That's the thing about it. Patrick Mahomes, he can play kind of not coy, but just kind of play like an average game. And then you need to score. You need, and the Chiefs play really well, actually, in this situation. If say Detroit jumps out to like a 13-0 lead or a 13-point lead, 10-point lead, that's when the Chiefs play that's when they're their most dangerous. When Andy Reid is like, you know what, I got every play in my playbook that I can call, and I can put in numerous formations, personnel groupings, and then different personnel at different spots within those plays, and try to find advantages against the defense. And so that's what makes Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes so dangerous, is their ability to scheme around any type of adversity that they have. That's offensive line issues, running back issues, slot receiver issues, losing Tyreek Hill, going out there and get the receiver from Green Bay, I think it's Valdez-Scantling. He turns into a 1,000-yard receiver. We pick up Juju Smith-Schuster on a humbug for a hamburger and some fries and a small Coke. And then he ends up, getting his second contract and going out there, I think, New England, and getting paid. So he can really rectify people's career, and they have an eye for talent as well. And so whereas the Pachinko is the running back, 6th-round pick from Rutgers, runs hard, and it's kind of like their physical, tempo setter. You got McKinnon, that's kind of like your slot receiver, the new age running back. And then you got Tony that they picked up in the middle of the season. He ends up scoring in the Super Bowl. So you just never – the Chiefs are hard, I think, DP, as a defender. Say I'm rolling up to the stadium or had been rolling up to the stadium. It's like you always wonder what guy that's at the end of the roster that Andy Reid was like, yeah, I've been having my eye on him on the practice squad for 2 years. We're going to just put him on you tonight, and then, let the nation, see somebody that's been on, in our practice squad for 2 years.
But those are the best stories of a new season, right? I mean, they talk about, the difference between week 1 and week 2. No, last game of the season and first game of the season.
Right.
What you did last year, all those people, if you were legit, you put in the work and you got better. Golf is the factor. Texas just mentioned that golf outdueled Mahomes in Mexico City. Golf is a Super Bowl quarterback.
Right.
He's a Super Bowl quarterback. He's still not Patrick Mahomes.
Nope.
But for tonight on national TV, he can reestablish himself as a top 10, top 5 quarterback.
Right.
He can have a night and set the season up. That's up to him. Like, that's 100% up to him. I don't think we're surprised by it, but be aware. Golf could have those numbers. Jay, where do you have Golf in the quarterback hierarchy? Is he top 10, top 15, top 20?
He's definitely top 15. I'd have to, put pen to paper. He's more closer than 10 than 15. I think he was legit. I felt like he, got name pimped out there in Los Angeles. Like, I think felt like McVay was looking at him, even though he was playing well, and it's like, oh, well, he doesn't do this well. He never had the arm strength of Stafford, but he had the intangibles that, took him to the Super Bowl even as a young player, and has been consistent his whole career. Everybody thought he was going to go to Detroit and just die off into the abyss, right? He has resurfaced and re-emerged himself as a legitimate quarterback. I think it worked out the best for him long term, right? He is legit leader in that clubhouse. He doesn't have to look over both shoulders, even though they got Hayden Hooker up there. They know he's essentially in a redshirt year. And they got Adrian Martinez up there, I think, on the practice squad. So he's able to be in a leadership role, and he's respected and loved up there. Detroit has sneaky good talent on offense. The one thing about Detroit I did not like is trading Swift in the offseason. And yes, they drafted Gibbs, but Gibbs isn't Swift, and Swift isn't Gibbs. You can have both for this year when you're trying to make a run in the black and blue NFC North, because Aaron Rodgers is gone, Kirk Cousins and the Vikings, are they legit or not? Are they going to win 13 games? I'd probably bet that they're not. And then Chicago, yes, Chicago's better, but you feel in Detroit, we're better than Chicago. You need the two-headed monster at the running back position, and you went all in on a rookie that's more of a pass catcher right now. So the physicalness that Dan Campbell wants on the offensive line might not be there, and that could hurt Goff this year, right? But I still think he's, anywhere, 13, 12. If I really had to really, get down, I could make an argument that he's 11 trending towards 10, and especially if they have a good year.
Yeah, his numbers, I mean, again, the recent numbers were actually better than you would imagine. Touchdown to interception ratio, passing percentage. Then you get into the details of it and when those stats were put up, and then identifying what he did in bigger moments versus those smaller moments. What you need to see is for him to have those sort of numbers in a game like this tonight against the Chiefs and against the Packers and against the Niners,
right,
instead of just against the Bears and other less than's.
Right. Yeah. It's a huge game for him, and where he goes from it, this in his career. But I still think he's going to be a pretty effective, long-term solution for them. And I mean, really, when you think about it, DP, I was thinking, about Detroit, right? And sometimes this is in the league, and I've been a part of this, where you finally start to play some good football, where this happened in Houston, and then you start knocking off teams towards the end of the year that might be looking towards the playoffs, or just hitting that low of being so good or consistent, and you catch them a couple times. But they went to Green Bay and won, where Green Bay, kind of like how Nebraska beat Iowa, where they had everything to play for, and they beat them. And sometimes when you haven't had that type of offseason hoopla, that you can think that you have arrived. We've seen that around here in Nebraska, right? The best 3-9 team, you think you're really better than you are. Sometimes you're 3-9, but you can say, man, we're actually 9-3. Detroit still is Detroit until proven otherwise, and I think they're going to prove people otherwise. I do pick them. I am picking them to win the NFC Central. I like their coaching staff. I just don't think I like them tonight on the road. Maybe if they're at home in Detroit, but on the road, it's just too much. Kansas City look, these Kansas City fans are almost as annoying as like Michigan fans. I mean, they think the whole world is perfect when the Chiefs win.
Better tailgates, Austin Norman.
Oh yeah. Now I will tell you, they do tailgate better than everybody else, but they are annoying. They literally, every Kansas City Chief fan talks about Kansas City as like they are them. Like me and Mahomes, this is what we're gonna do. No. I'm tired of talking about the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about the Chiefs, sun up to sundown, and they think the whole thing revolves around the Chiefs. And so it'll be a little bit too much for Detroit tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's 7:20 kickoff, and it's just football season. Like that part. Like I got excited for a minute because I was looking over and go, wait a minute, there's a college game tonight. There's an NFL game tonight. And then I started laughing because I looked at what the college game was. I was like, oh, my bad. It's not really a college game. But it's Murray State versus Louisville. I was like, okay, I was excited for a minute. What do you think there's a thing that carries the NFL season, Jay? And sometimes it's quarterback play. Sometimes it's the year of the coach. Sometimes it's the year of the pass rushers. Sometimes it's the year of the 2,000-yard rusher. Sometimes it's the new breakout receiver. For you, what do you think this season is? What do you think it's going to be? Is this the year of the QB, year of the running back who need to reestablish themselves as valid and valued? Is it the young crop of receivers that become the best players in the league, or are the quarterbacks going to resurge and become the man again?
Man, I think it's the beginning of the season will be the running backs playing on the franchise tag, Jonathan Taylor, all those type of guys. But then I think it'll slowly but surely go right back to where everybody else thinks it is, right? The quarterbacks. And what I'm most looking forward to is who is going to be that surprise team or teams. That's the biggest thing, right? Who's gonna be the team that kind of comes out of nowhere or finally reaches their potential? Is Jacksonville for real? The knowns of like Kansas City and those, assume Philly's going to be there, San Francisco. Is that really anything new? But if just say Russell Wilson actually gets out of his own way and starts playing football, and Denver's defense is playing like Denver's defense, and they actually start rolling, and they really challenge Kansas City, is Jacksonville the new king of the AFC South, right? Or is the Tennessee Titans back with King Henry? I like those type of stories along with the NFC East, because I think when you look at the NFC East and the AFC in the NFC South, there's always a new winner in the division, right? And so who is it going to be this year? And then that affects where you go in the playoffs. And with only one team getting a bye now with the new playoff structure, hopefully you see some more intensity and better play, right? Can Dak Prescott actually, play up to the potential in his contract? Essentially what they say is like grow a pair, right? Or is he going to be the guy that's always going to be king of the B movies? Or is the Washington Commanders, with Bieniemy as their offensive coordinator and Ron Rivera on the essentially 1-year prove it deal, cement themselves off of their last 4 or 5 games, and they went up to Philly and beat the brakes off of Philly. And it's Philly for real.
And
Dallas. Right. But Philly was the Philly, but the Philly game, you always expect the Commanders to beat the Dallas though, right? That's the way it's always been. Even when Irvin, those guys, when they were the Redskins, they'd beat them. But that Philly game was a statement game.
Yeah.
Because of the physicality that they beat Philly at. Those are the more interesting headlines versus the well-knowns, and then
can I ask you a question, AJ?
What up?
How many games will Arizona win this year? Yeah.
Hey man, if I was a veteran on that team, like established veteran, right?
Mm-hmm.
My agent phone would be blown. I'd be like, bro, if you do not get me up out of here, you are fired. Not get me cut. I'm talking about get me traded. I don't care if you trade me for a pack of bubble gum. Them dudes in Arizona set it up that listen, it's not like the NBA lottery, right? When you tank and you get the more like in the the lottery, the balls in there, right? The Cardinals said, listen, we're gonna take all guesswork out of it. We getting the number 1 pick. Colt McCoy, who been here forever and kind of held the fort down, you gone. You ain't showed us nothing. And he's in his prime. When he was with the Washington football team, he was good. He came here and he held the fort down, right? No, you ain't. He said you ain't showed us enough in off season and training camp. We're gonna pick Dobbs up that nobody listen. There is not. I can guarantee you, if you polled 100 sports media guys, I bet you 75% didn't know Dobbs was at Cleveland. They didn't, because all you talk about is Deshaun Watson, right? So so then you trade for the 3rd team quarterback that got beat out by the lower draft pick from UCLA off of 1 preseason game. Dobbs didn't even play in 3 preseason games. And then listen, Dobbs is still DP. When you get picked up, they always put you up at the Marriott, right? He's still at the Marriott, don't even have anywhere to stay because he don't know if he's on the team. And he say, hey man, not only is that, we know your car ain't got shipped here because it's taken too a little bit long getting all the way from Cleveland to here, but you're starting from the here on out. They tanking right now. The NFLPA should be saying, you know what, you better be paying all these veterans contracts guaranteed to deal with that, because you're putting players' careers at risk. All jokes aside, the Buda Bakers, the Zach Ertz, all those, they don't have, once you draft a quarterback number 1, unless he's kind of like Cam Newton that came in, or like the equivalent of somebody that's taken over, you're 3 years down the road. It's over.
They got players going out of the night with silkscreen names on the back of their jersey.
But DP,
like they're not even getting stitched on, sewn on.
Be honest. Be honest. If you're a player on that team, I ain't lifting weight. Would you really be like working hard? Like when you have to because it's your money. Like ultimately you'll hurt your own money. Like that. The one thing about the NFL is that you can't totally tank
tank because
Right.
there are too many players that are still applying for the next job.
Right, but the
Right, so they'll
NFL,
do
but
that.
the NFL knows this. They make excuses for bad plays, and if you got a good agent, if I got DP as my agent, and you be like, man, what happened to Jay? You be like, man, you know the Cardinals were tanking. He's protecting his investment. Man,
Yeah, you know, he was hurt. He playing hurt.
Yeah, he playing hurt. A brother out there with a hangover, giving out headaches. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, hey, you just out there succumbing to the environment. You know.
Austin, have you heard the Cardinals coach speak?
Oh my gosh.
I
I knew it was over when that first team.
Oh, the
meeting.
Jonathan Gannon thing?
Yes.
Yes, that was incredible. Like, my reaction was, you guys remember Fergie singing the national anthem at the All-Star game and Draymond snickering?
Yes.
That was me trying to get through that clip.
Oh man, it was so like awkward. And if that was a little league coach, he would have got fired.
Right. But DP,
not out
here's what you got to wonder. Did he practice that in the mirror in the bathroom? Like, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna get the guy. He said, "Welcome back." And
he fist pumped as soon as he got done. Nailed it.
That ain't go over well. Yeah, I think the Cardinals go 3-14. 3-14.
Man, look, Washington has a must-win game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
you don't must-win.
You don't want to lose one of those games. You don't want to be the team that loses one of those. Because listen, remember when Jacksonville was real bad? Buffalo went down there to Jacksonville and lost home field advantage. Yep. You don't want that. You don't want to go down to Arizona and get distracted and lose. If I'm Pocket Hercules, I'm cool though, because they still owe money, and Caleb Williams doesn't want to go there. You know you bad when you know you're going to be the number one pick, and you tell USC, if you give me $10 to $15 million, I won't turn pro because I don't want to go to Arizona. That's when you know you're bad. That means when somebody does not want to be imagine not wanting to be the number one pick in the draft.
Oh, that's just
Does depressing even begin to describe it?
Boy, I wonder what them PSL sales are like. Can you get refunds on them bad boys? Class action lawsuit. 75,000 people want their money back.
Don't you want to know what their ticket sales are? Like, now I need to search and see how many what the ticket sales are this year compared to last year. Oh boy.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We're gonna go take a quick break. This is old school DP, Jay Foreman, Austin, Arizona Cardinal talk, tanking talk. We ended that, but then the second segment we'll talk a little bit more NFL since we're kicking it off, and do some picks, man. Old school. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This week, they have your tailgate and barbecue needs. Enjoy all natural, fresh, boneless, skinless chicken breast for just $1.99 per pound. USDA choice boneless beef chuck roast for $3.99 per pound. And hickory smoked bacon for just $3.99 per 16-ounce package. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
It's August, and that means summer is winding down and the kids are back to school with lots of fall activities coming up. All great things, but also cause lots of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of it all with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. No discussions of how money works. No game plan for how education supports your future job or career. And certainly no coaching about how to start or run a business. Too many young people leave school without critical skills in financial literacy, work and career readiness, and entrepreneurship to reach their potential in life. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field, but we can't do it alone.
Be a game changer. Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Old school J Foreman DP. It's NFL Pick'em, man. We back in it. We got to start tracking it because as quick as college started last Thursday, NFL said, "Hold on, we still that man." And we still stir the pot, man. So DP, we're gonna go, man. We're gonna go right. Start with the Commanders.
Okay.
Who are you picking?
Listen, we just talked about the zoo that exists on the other side of the planet, and I've got to go Washington. I just think too many opportunities.
Yeah.
Arizona just doesn't have
anything.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, that's tough.
They got
Austin,
a lot of they got a lot of depreciating assets. Go ahead, Austin.
Nothing more to add, Your Honor.
All right,
like, good thing they're in Landover, because otherwise, their fans would boo them.
Yeah, exactly. They come with bags on their head. Remember that. All right, here we're gonna go. We're gonna go the Fighting Jake Sorensen Dolphins at the LA Chargers, the uptick Chargers. Who you guys picking?
Austin, go ahead, because
This is a game that, as I look at more and more, I have gained no further clarity. Love the offenses for both of these teams. I like the idea of the Chargers. I think the Chargers and the Clippers are very similar to me in that I can buy into them every off season, and they continually let me down, even as a non-fan of those teams. Miami was better last year. I think I trust them just that little bit more. I think it's close. I think this is a game played into the mid-30s. So I will take the Fighting Sorensens in this one.
I'm gonna go with the fish. Fighting fishes. I look. As much as we want it not to happen, the league is better when the Dolphins are good.
Right.
And when they start well, it leads to the conversation. I mean, I'm going to say that the story of the NFL this season is in the AFC East. Like I think that's that'll be the story because like that the season will be able to identify. You can go directly through the AFC East, and the Dolphins will start it off with that conversation by going out west and getting a win.
Yeah, I know you guys are. I agree with you guys. The Dolphins are going to be there, but I'm picking the Chargers, man.
Just because you can't pick the Dolphins?
I can't pick the Dolphins. I think the Chargers playing at home, that's a long flight. I think the Chargers are finally healthy. They haven't hit their midseason skid where they have all their good players on injured reserve. Austin Eckler is looking for respect. They match up well against the Dolphins. I'm going the Chargers. So we'll just start right from the top there. I kind of got off the rip. We got the next game is my Houston Texans at the Baltimore Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens. Texans are just too green. What do you guys think?
Oh, quote the Raven nevermore.
I like that.
Quote those are the names of the mascots. Right?
Yeah.
I love that so much. I love the stadium. They needed Houston coming there. Houston will give them a scare. Like they'll give them a scare, but the Ravens will figure out a way.
Yeah.
Yep. Baltimore's got it. I am fascinated by Todd Monken as Lamar Jackson's OC. It's something I'm tracking all year.
Yep.
Yeah. Next game is this is a old school rock'em side. I think this might be the game of the weekend, right? For multiple reasons. Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns had a sneaky good defense, one of the best rushing attacks. The Bengals are at Super Bowl every year or bust. And this is one of the last years they're going to have all their young guys under young contracts. I'm going to go the Bengals because they're more known. I like what Zach Taylor's doing. I think Deshaun Watson will have a comeback year. I just don't think he's going to start, fast. I think it's going to be game about week 4. He's going to take off. So I'm going to pick the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals are the co-favorites to be in the AFC Championship game.
Right.
And there's several reasons why. And starting with Joe Burrow, and again, a coaching staff that seems to have the players connected and they care, like the players think the coaches care. And then to start your season off with a game that matters. It's not just an irrelevant game. You got the boys down the street. And nothing. It gives the Bengals fans no greater joy than to put a thumping on the Browns.
It's true. The Bengals, as Strick and I did our picks for my pick for the North and also Super Bowl champ. I think there's enough in there. I think they're a surprise, but not really a surprise. Yeah. So I got to pick them to win this big game in week 1.
Next game is kind of like is a team that is 2 or 3 years ago they were Super Bowl champs, but I think they're right on the cusp of being like the Cardinals in the tanking situation. Buccaneers at Vikings. I'm picking the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, honest question: who's the starting quarterback for the Bucs?
Baker Mayfield.
That's why. Yeah.
There you go.
I knew
Nothing
that.
Needs to be said.
Yeah. It's I mean, Kirk Cousins is an alien. We can fully accept that now.
Yeah.
But he can't lose to the Bucs at home on opening day. He can't allow.
Trey Palmer goes nuclear, has 2 touchdowns in a 33-17 Minnesota Vikings win.
There you go.
Austin teased this a little bit. This game right here might be the most physical game of the next 2 games might be the most physical. The Titans at the New Orleans Saints. The Derek Carr-led New Orleans Saints, with historically one of the best defenses, and can Tannehill revamp his career and become, the Pro Bowl quarterback that he was a few years ago?
We gonna come to get you. We gonna come to get you. Look, this is the reemergence and the rebirth of the Saints.
Yeah.
It starts here. I don't see enough with Tennessee being committed to some character identity. I don't know what the personality of the Titans are. Won't know. We think it's the run game. We're still not sure. I'm going to go with the Saints because I think they've got enough weapons to become a force out west.
Tennessee sucks. I don't like them. Go Saints.
Enough said, right, Austin?
That's all I got to say.
I like it, Austin. I like it. Straight to the point, right? The next game right here, this is the NFC South, right? And when you don't win don't win it the year before, there's 3 teams that definitely going to win the next year because it's never repeat champions, and 2 of them that didn't win it last year.
The winner of this game wins it. The winner of this game wins the division this year.
Right. Panthers at the Falcons, both pretty much 2 rookie quarterbacks, a lot of draft picks. I'm gonna go the Falcons, and here's why. The Panthers have Bryce Young, but they haven't paid Brian Burns yet. So he's kind of in flux, and he's the leader of that whole organization. And so I think it's going to be a little bit of apprehensive because their Superman, they call him Spider-Man, is not going to be fully engaged. So I'm going to go the Falcons, and they're at home because they got a pretty good plethora of young athletes that they've got to the draft.
Jay's Carolina family just disconnected his phone. They really
that number. He is out of that contact.
Yeah, he is out of here. They have blocked him until Monday.
Yeah, they hate each other, but that's the deal. They should pay Brian Burns.
Yeah, but this is one of the hidden jewel games in the NFL. That if you've ever been to a Carolina-Atlanta game, it has more personality than I think anything this side of Cowboys-Niners. Carolina and Charlotte and Atlanta get together, and it's like a Kardashian wedding, bro. You never know what you're gonna see. Like, you have no idea what the result's gonna be. I'm gonna ride with the young buck. I'm gonna say that nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina for a Carolina Panthers football game.
I like it. I think this was a sneaky under the radar game. I'm glad you guys brought that one up. I'm fascinated by this game. Love Frank Reich. I don't think he was done perfectly well as he deserved in Indy. I like Bijan. I like Arthur Smith. I like a couple more of those defensive pieces, just a little bit more. Close one, Atlanta by a hair.
Okay.
Nice. We know who Austin's going to pick in this next game.
Jaguars.
I'm picking Jaguars. You Jaguars. Can we just chalk this game up that everybody's picking the Jaguars?
Jaguars.
The last time the Colts won an opener was 2014. Oh. They do it again next year, not this year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jaguars.
Right. Another interesting game is going to be probably a physical game, a long trip for the 49ers, who, if it's not the Eagles, if the 49ers are the foregone pick to be in the Super Bowl. 49ers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brock Purdy against Pickett, old school against new school. The fighting Mike Tomlins, are they back? Or are they still kind of, the fighting Aaron Davises, are they back? Or are they kind of, still kind of middle ground? I'm going to go 49ers. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I've leaned. I mean, this is like, if I was going to go to a game this week, this is the one I would go to.
Yeah, you got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, there's all the flavor, all of the history, all the sass. But I said that the 49ers were the most talented team in the NFC. I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to go with the Niners, even with Bosa having, separated himself a little bit from what's going on. The whole Trey Lance thing now should settle the team. Right. And if they can stay healthy, they're the team. McCaffrey for 180 yards, count it.
Yeah.
St. Fran's better. Pittsburgh's at home. They win it on a walk-off field goal.
There it is. Let's go the next game. We already did that game. Raiders at the Broncos.
The Raiders.
Oh, DP jumped out there with the Raiders.
I am so not taking the Raiders. I here's the thing. This game used to matter to me, and it's lost the flavor.
It's probably Russell
Like,
Wilson's fault. Mr. What does he call himself?
Well, he needs to call himself Mr. Sanitized because he is.
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he has cleared any value. Look, but he can turn it around. Look, if Russell Wilson is any version of 80% of the old Russell Wilson, the Broncos are a threat.
Yeah.
They're legitimately a threat. But I don't know if we can count on him. Plus, Mama having a baby again, right?
I don't think Russ really want to play football no more, man. I think he like doing other stuff.
So you taking the Raiders, Jay?
No, man, I'm a Sean Payton fan. I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'm gonna take the Broncos, man.
The NFL needs the Sean Payton story, right? Like it needs that, right? And it needs the Russell Wilson on TV because the name draws.
Yeah,
but it also needs the Raiders to be good. It needs the Raiders to be good. Like this league needs them. The Chiefs need the Raiders to be good.
Right. Who are you picking, Austin?
Yep, Denver.
Right.
I think they get Judy back sooner than later. I don't like that he's out, but Denver still has enough.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to stop right there and go to break. Then we'll have to go rapid pace when we come back because we still got the Eagles, Patriots, Packers, Bears, Rams, Seahawks, that one team against the Giants, and then the most important game of the weekend.
Move that man.
The B-Low against the Jets. So we're going to take a quick break. Austin, Jay Foreman, DP. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Nutrition Authority invites you to try Attack, which is an exciting pre-workout for athletes and gym enthusiasts who want the most out of their workout. Attack can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Remember, when you want results, the solution is simple. Nutrition Authority. Stop in or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I
love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sartor Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sartor Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We are back. Hey, man, some things don't change, man. I got the AC on here. It's chilly up in here, too. Hey,
yeah, right.
That's why I was ready for y'all to go to break, man. I had to put this sweatshirt on. I've been looking at it all day. Anyways, we got to jump back, go rapid pace here. We ended on the Raiders, and now we got the Eagles at the Patriots, right? Does Mac Jones get back to his Pro Bowl level, or does Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, it's business as usual and beat the Patriots? I'm picking the Eagles. I still think the Patriots don't have enough firepower to keep up because I think the defense will be good, but I don't think they have enough firepower.
Yeah, I just I'm kind of paying attention to Hoodie this season to see what this is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the Eagles' opportunity to. I mean, one, their battle for the crown starts this week, and it's every week for the Eagles. Like, there's somebody, the target is on. You're not sneaking up on anybody, but I don't think the Pats have the weapons to get them.
Yeah, nothing much more to say to that. I'm not sold on the Patriots or the future of that franchise right now.
Yeah, it's the Patriots in a little bit because I think Robert Kraft is starting to look at Belichick a little sideways, right? But we'll see how it goes. Next game is the Packers at the Bears. I think the Bears had a really good offseason. I think the Packers kind of stayed pat, but I think Jordan Love is better than what people assume because you never saw him, right? And then it was the excuse of, oh, well, he played good in kind of a couple like mop-up games or game, kind of holding the fort down. So really was he good? I came away very impressed with him, and I think the Packers will win this game. I think the Bears have gotten a lot better. Justin Fields, I think, is going to be a dude. He finally has a receiver. I just think they just haven't gelled. I think the Bears had a real good offseason through the draft, free agency. I'm going to go with the Packers because that Packer defense is serious.
Boy, this one's tough. I think that, I'd like for the Packers to win, so that some of that bad air, about their quarterback is just passed away, put aside. But I just think the Bears at home there's a little bit of fresh air in Chicago about this team, and I think in week 1, I think the Bears find a way. His ability to break down defenses and he's going to get them with cheap plays. And somehow I think the media has forced Jordan Love to not make those plays that he could make.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the difference in the game.
If Detroit is a year away, I think Chicago's a year away from being a year away. Still have a lot of cap space they got to use. I think they're a couple pieces short. Week 1, anything can happen. I think this is a one-possession game, but I will take Green Bay like Jay.
Are we all lock and step Seahawks over the Rams?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, even if it doesn't work out, we all went down with the ship together.
Correct.
Okay. We got the Cowboys at the Giants. Are the Giants for real? The owner already said don't be a one-hit wonder. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys defense is. I mean, I don't like the Cowboys, but I think their defense is for real. Their defense travels. I think Dak Prescott will be conservative and not lose the game, and I think the Daniel Dimes and that offense doesn't have enough points in them to keep up with a reinvented Dak Prescott that's trying to be a game manager, especially at the beginning of the season.
I'm going to lean the other way, in that Dak Prescott's going to throw on a final drive.
I like that though. Hey, I'm cool with that though, DP. Those
like on the final drive, right? On the final drive, right?
Dak going Dak.
Well. But in the final drive, Dak's, they're inside the red zone and pick. Like that's how I think this thing plays out.
I lean with DP on this one. I get the talk around the Cowboys. It's a talented roster. I'm just a big Brian Dable guy. Yeah, I like Brian Dable. I like Wink Martindale there. I think Isaiah Simmons is going to do some fun stuff for them defensively. Another close one, but I'll take the Giants.
Well, now we're here, and there was nothing other better than to end the show on this game here, the most important game of the season or of the first week, right? And you already know who I'm picking. You see it over my left shoulder right there. Buffalo, even on the road, going to the Jets. Welcome AA Ron to the AFC East. Who are you guys picking on Monday Night Football? Who are you guys picking?
Oh, Jay Foreman. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
He's got to do it to you, Jay.
Yeah.
Be ready. Here it comes.
I'm sorry, bro. Like I watched training camp.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Jets.
I do too.
Like,
I just don't like them. I just don't like them on Monday.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's all good.
Hit him with them 4 letters, Austin.
J-E.
No,
T-
don't. No.
F.
No, man. I hate that. Go ahead, Austin. Let me. You gonna put the double dagger in me, Austin? You gonna Game of Thrones me, Austin?
8-2, Austin. 8-2.
Did you get you in the front or the back here, Jay? Did you see it coming or was it unexpected?
DP was unexpected, but you gonna get me in the front because I already see that written all over your face.
No, give me a sec here.
They are we thought they were.
I like a lot of what the Jets have done. Darn good team. Robert Saleh fan here. A lot of drama around Buffalo. I think that might come back to bite them at some point, but they're a great regular season team. I like the Bills week 1.
There it is, my man.
There's no way Cinderella doesn't show up on opening night in for New York.
I know.
Like,
Buffalo about to have like 16 penalties.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
No way. Fights in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, no, this is on.
This is not fair. Yeah. Sean McDermott is calling Roger Goodell right now. Well, anyways, It's kickoff night. It's what, an hour and 20 minutes. You Chiefs fans are going to be in glory, and then Detroit, the 8 Mile Hustlers are coming down to bust you upside the head. Anyways, old school. We'll be on the road tomorrow, man. DP, I don't know if you'll be available, but I'll hold the fort down. I don't know if you're going to be there in time. But
I'll try to be close.
but we're taking the show on the road. Listen here, I will tell you this, everybody. We will be on the lookout. We will be throwing hands if you run up on the wrong cats. I'm telling you, you're gonna mess around, end up on Instagram getting laid out. Dude, the Buffalo fans, I'm not to be trifled with. Okay.
And I'm wearing red. So
wearing red. Do not get DDT, camel clutched. Because here's what I would do, DP. I would knock somebody out, then put them in the figure 4 because I ain't never put them in it before, and have you count them out. Y'all just playing. Old school. We out of here. We'll holler at you tomorrow, man. I'll see y'all in like 20 minutes.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Keep your planter. Upgrade your technology with a John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit from Landmark Implement. Choose from ExactEmerge, MaxEmerge 5, or MaxEmerge 5E electric drive row units. Take your planter to the next level. Improve yield potential and profitability without buying new. Get new technology, increased performance, and confidence from your planter that's already in your shed. Contact your local Landmark location to order your John Deere Performance Upgrade Kit and experience the Landmark difference.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, their hiring service plan